Well, tonight, Vanuatu is assessing the damage of a powerful earthquake that rocked the capital, Port Vila, bringing down buildings and cutting communications to the Pacific Island nation. The quake hit just before 1 p.m., with many locals describing it as the strongest quake they've ever felt. One person has been killed, but it's feared the death toll could rise dramatically as images of crushed cars and landslips make their way to social media. Well, Clement Chipokolo is the country director for World Vision in Vanuatu. He says the earthquake was intense and occurred during a very busy period in Port Vila.
Aftershocks indeed are happening. We just felt an aftershock a couple of minutes ago. So there's been a number of aftershocks that have happened ever since the incident, the event that occurred at noon today.
And what do you know about the casualties at the moment and the extent of damage?
There's quite significant damage that has occurred. We observed as we drove around a number of buildings that were flattened completely. So I would imagine there are still some people that are still under those buildings. So there's an active search and rescue mission that is ongoing at the moment. We understand that Port Vila Hospital is quite full with casualties that have been brought in. The police have indicated that they have recorded one death, but we anticipate that the number of deaths will continue to go up due to the number of people that have been treated as casualties.
Yes, and is the main hospital or hospitals, are they coping with the number of people that need treatment at the moment?
They definitely are not coping. So when we passed through the hospital this afternoon, there was triage that was going on, and there were beds that were still outside, people that were still on the beds that were outside the hospital being triaged, and yeah, so it's a hospital that's already, under the strain of managing a lot of issues and health problems that we have in the country. And so with this additional number of people that have been affected, obviously they're struggling to cope.
Yes, and in situations like this, and you spoke of, buildings being flattened, what are some of the immediate priorities when it comes to the safety of those impacted?
At the moment, so a couple of hours ago, there was an indication that we had a tsunami warning. The tsunami warning has been called off right now. However, there's been a caution that has been sent out to everybody that they need to access buildings, including homes, with caution, because the structural integrity of most of the buildings has been compromised, including offices. We're talking to some of our colleagues who had to leave their offices, and they have been advised that they cannot go back to the offices because the structural integrity of those offices have been compromised. So at the moment, as the search and rescue mission goes on, there are other things that we're still grappling with as a city. Lights are out, completely out. And we understand that the service provider is actively trying to bring lights on. We don't have water across the city, so that's also a challenge. And most of the communication systems are down.
Yes, and is Vanuatu in a race against time as well to get international help?
Yes, we do understand that the France body is a three-country body that supports the humanitarian efforts when there is a disaster in Vanuatu, which includes France, Australia, and New Zealand. So we understand that the government has reached out to France to support the search and rescue mission. We understand that we might have Australian Defence Force coming through to just support this. And so, yeah, there is quite some diplomatic reach outs that are going on at the moment.
Okay, Clement Chipokolo, I really wish you well for all the work that lies ahead. And thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you so much. And thanks so much for your kind thoughts.